Welcome to the presentation of What's Our Problem? It's all about Live Oak Elementary School. The date, April 19th, 2016, where the audience is Live Oak faculty and staff. The purpose of this presentation is to create a brief summary of student achievement results that highlight the strengths, weaknesses, and key areas where academic improvement is needed. Why? Because we want to increase student achievement. As you can see, we just want student growth. And FYI, all data graphs will not go beyond the 2014-2015 school year. First, we'll take a look at enrollment trend. The number of students enrolled for the 2014 school year was 807. However, there was a major increase from 2012 to 2013 with 211 students. What's going on? Could this be the cause of a student learning problem? Next, we're going to look at student population by race. And as we take a deeper look, we're looking from the 2012 school year in light green to the 2013 school year in dark green. As you can see, about 200 black students enrolled in the Live Oak, while about 100 white students withdrew from Live Oak. Could this be a cause of a student learning problem? Now, let's see if we need to be concerned about attendance with an increase in student population. Well, I can see that the number of students from 2012 to 2014 increased with 10 or more absences. And from 2013 to 2015, the number of students with 0 absences decreased. I think we may have caught on to something. So now we're going to dig even deeper into the attendance by race to see if we can narrow down the race that has the most absences. Visually, as I'm looking at this, I see the 2014 to 2015 school year, we do have some increases in the number of students with 10 or more absences. White increased, Hispanic increased, Black increased, and 2 or more races increased. Something's going on. I wonder what. Let's figure out why. Wait, there's breaking news. Should Dougherty County School System close some schools? As you can see, this article was published in 2013, where we had the increase of almost 211 students. So what's going on? So to save money, the school is planning to close 2 schools and repurpose 1? Which schools? Dougherty Middle School, Sylvester Road Elementary, and Magnolia Elementary School. Uh-oh. I think we may have found why we have such an increase in student population, because they closed schools and other schools had to be almost filled to capacity, including Live Oak. So the major question is, did our student learning problem begin when schools closed in Albany and students had to relocate schools? Did the increase in student population affect the data at Live Oak? Well, let's take a look at some state assessment data within the past few years. All the results will come from the spring CRCT for the years 2014, 2013, 2012, and 2011. And the filter group will be all the students, the total students in the school. A red bar means the students did not meet. Green bar means they met, and the gold bar means they exceeded. Let's begin. First, with language arts. Visually, we see a lot of green and a lot of gold. That's a great thing to start off with. So after the observations from the data, I found 2 strengths and 1 weakness. And overall, I don't think Live Oak has any major student learning problems in language arts just by observing the data. Now on to reading. Reading is very similar to language arts, where we have a lot of green and a lot of gold, which means the percentage of students met and exceeded is a lot more than the students that did not meet. I was able to find 2 strengths, and overall, Live Oak actually does a fairly well job in reading. and I'm unable to identify any major student learning problems. Way to go on reading, Live Oak. Next, let's look at math. Visually, as you can see, the number of students that did not meet definitely increased in red. So weaknesses, that Live Oak increased from 16% to 24%. Live Oak is not doing that good in math. And as I continue to observe the data, I also found there's no consistency among the years. Some years that they did good, some years they did bad, and it makes math just very unpredictable. So we need to hone down and figure out, and I believe we have discovered a student learning problem in mathematics. Next, we'll take a look at science. Visually, I am starting to see more red, which means that more students are not meeting in science. Although Live Oak is performing better than the district, Dougherty County, it's still too much red for any school. And I feel that students at Live Oak need better instructional practice for science because the percentage of students that did not meet is too high and unacceptable. Let's go on to social studies. Once again, social studies is very similar to science. However, social studies has even more students in red that did not meet. However, Live Oak did perform fabulous because they outperformed the county and the state every year. But students at Live Oak need better instructional practices because the percentage of students that did not meet is too high, even if they did outperform the county and the state. But wait 1 second. Students get to retake the CRCT in the summertime. Let's explore this data. Automatically, I'm seeing red, which means they did not meet, and green, which means they met and very little exceed. Unacceptable for the school, the county, and the state. So what just makes me ask this question. Is summer school even worth it? Should schools begin to have Saturday school, where students can stay in line and they can get a break in the summertime? Or should we have year-round schooling? Good question to ask. So suggestions to improve identify student learning problems. First, in math. I think we need an after-school program directly focused on math topics. We can also create a math club to get kids interested. And math teachers must have a common planning to collaborate from standard to standard and unit to unit. Science. Science teachers also need to have a common planning. I also feel science teachers should be required to conduct one hands-on lab a week. And we want to ensure that science teachers have the materials they need to teach the concepts. Very important. Social studies. Teachers need an interactive social studies program for themselves and for the students to learn. Social studies teachers also need a common planning to work together. And let's send more students on field trips so they can better relate to their past. Do you have any suggestions to decrease our student learning problem? If so, please don't hesitate to email me so we can change Live Oak and improve student learning. Thank you for helping to identify our student learning problem at Live Oak Elementary School. God bless.